Bobby Williamson is without part of his French connection. Christophe Coquard is ill. Freddie Dandalou still injured. Andy Smith and Alex Burke are given starts. Quite a few Ibrox connections here, including, of course, Ian Durrant and Ali McCoist, who's only played 15 minutes of first-team football since breaking his leg against Rangers here in October. Super Ali makes the bench.
Yeah, Bobby Williamson knows that there's nothing at stake tonight, Ian, and that Rangers have been badly hit by injury, and it's a very positive-looking side he's put out tonight. I have to say, first of all, it's good to see Alec Burke back in the Kilmarnock side. Had a terrific season 3 years ago when Kilmarnock won the Cup. Rather lost his way after that, but obviously getting a bit of confidence back. And if he is getting a result up this left-hand side, look for Jerome Varai getting himself into the back post area and backing up Wright and Smith. Neither Burke nor Varai the best defenders in the world, of course, and I think that will mean a very serious shift tonight for both Ian Durrant and Gary Holt.
Well, Rangers have virtually a whole team missing, with Newman, Amoruso and Wilson suspended, and Ferguson, Van Bronckhorst, Wallace and Moore among the many injured. So 19-year-old defender Bob Malcolm makes his full debut, and Sergio Perini is forced to make an earlier than expected return after 6 months out with an ankle problem. Neil McCann is back in the starting lineup as Seb Rosenthal drops to the bench.
Yeah, it's a Rangers side that's ravaged by injury, Ian, but of course that gives others their chances, and good luck tonight to young Malcolm, who'll come in here, play beside Tero Pantilla, and the two of them will have played together many a time for the under-21 side, so I don't think there'll be any lack of communication there. Further forward, Kanchelskis and sparkling for him down the right-hand side, the front pairing of Billy Dodds and Neil McCann tonight, and I think that's a very good mix, because Billy Dodds will come off, he'll take it into feet, hold it up, and Neil McCann, of course, quick enough and able enough to do all the longer running.
There's been no hold-up from Rangers since their 49th title was confirmed. St Johnstone, Dundee and Hibs have all been duly dispatched in the kind of highly professional manner we've come to expect from a highly professional manager and his ruthless players. Kilmarnock, though, have kept it tight against Rangers this season. In fact, they're the only team who haven't really taken a real pasting from the champions. A couple of odd goal defeats at Ibrox, a 1-1 draw here at Rugby Park in the first meeting of the season. A season to forget, really, for Kilmarnock, but most definitely one to remember for Rangers. Rangers very likely to shatter the points record for a season, which they hold. The record is 87, and that will be equalled if they win today. These boys bidding to become only the second side to beat Rangers in the Scottish Premier League this season. The champions may be decimated by injuries and suspension, but this remains a formidable task for Kilmarnock. Ian Durrant has proved there is life after Ibrox. The former Rangers man has had 2 excellent seasons at Rugby Park, and he recently won his 19th cap for Scotland. Billy Dodds has some unfinished business. Kilmarnock are the only side he hasn't scored against in the Scottish Premier League this season. Sadly, there'll be no Tartan Army at Euro 2000, leaving Hugh Dallas as Scotland's representative. Can't quite see him in a kilt with a beer singing songs around Amsterdam, but you never know. Africa seeing out the Scottish Premier League season, but of course there is one vital match left in this campaign, the Scottish Cup final against Aberdeen at the end of the month. It's a big day for this young man, Bob Malcolm, highly thought of in the Rangers camp. The 19-year-old makes his full debut in a makeshift defence. Rangers in their change kit are going to get us off and running. Champions for the 49th time, for the 11th time in 12 seasons. They'll be desperate to crack Europe next season. As for Kilmarnock, they may be second from bottom, but they too could be in Europe because of their and Scotland's fair play placing. That's how they qualified last year, in fact. So Scotland's top 3 and its bottom 2 could all be in Europe next season. rather strangely. Kilmarnock will be fired up for this, though. Any team is when the Old Firm comes to town, especially when it's the championship winning side of the Old Firm.
Well, the one thing we do know about Rangers, Ian, is that they haven't been prepared to take their foot off the gas since they tied this title up. Still, final places up for grabs, of course, but I think it's a tribute to their professionalism and to the motivational powers of Dick Advocaat that they've kept their foot down and they've kept churning out results week after week.
Gus McPherson is facing his former club, although he's been at Kilmarnock for almost a decade now. All right. Sergio Perini making his first appearance since Rangers beat Celtic 4-2 in November. Been out with an ankle injury and has only been back in training for a couple of weeks. Ian Durant stepping in and Andy Smith skipping past Bob Malcolm. Tiro Pentila, who himself needed a late test to ensure he was fit enough to play tonight. So many injuries in the Rangers camp and plenty of suspensions too, and a foul by Alberts on Verai. Alberts wearing the captain's armband in the absence of Lorenzo Amoruso. Perini playing in the heart of the defence. Oh, what a chance here for Ian Durant. Lifted it over.
Yeah, that's a decent chance, Ian. It sits up nicely for him here, just on the edge of the box. Before he gets a shot away early, just finds a little bit of room here, gets the reward for his forward running. And it sits up nicely, just can't control the shot. Encouraging for Bobby Williamson to see Ian Durant being prepared to get himself forward. And I think the front pairing will require a lot of support tonight. Once again, Dick Advocaat has outfoxed us because it looks as if he's going to play two wide and one through the middle. Billy Dodds up on his own. Andy Kanchelskis wide right, Neil McCann wide left.
They'll call him the little general. He certainly does things his way. Smith. Paul Wright. Encouraging Verai to make a run inside. Now Gary Holt. Oh, it's just whipped away by Pentila and then by Malcolm. Now Kanchelskis. Alberts. Lifting it up towards Neil McCann. And Gus McPherson forced into conceding a corner. Bob Malcolm moves into the box. What a dream it would be for him to score on his full debut. Kanchelskis with the corner. Might be a break on here. This is Verai. Durant, who reckons he's just about used now to playing against Rangers rather than for them after 2 seasons with Kilmarnock. 2 seasons in which he's been outstanding. This man hasn't been too bad either, Gary Holt. And Paul Wright finding a bit of space, but stumbling. He shouldn't laugh, but he did look funny. Here's 2 guy. Bob Malcolm made a couple of substitute appearances recently. 2 guy. Tony Vidmar advancing, and he's well in ahead of Verai here. It's Tony Vidmar, eventually stopped in his tracks by Innes. Alberts. Gary Holt stepping in. He was called into the Scotland squad for their trip to Holland recently, Holt. As a late replacement. Made the bench. He's had a tremendous season, although one thing he hasn't done this season is score a goal.
Yeah, but he's well worth his place, and he does a terrific job in there beside Ian Durant. I think the Scotland call-up was well deserved.
Rayner. Durant. Jerome Varai gets the throw off Tony Vidmar, recently returned from injury, and an intriguing battle developing between Varai and Vidmar. McPherson's throw to Andy Smith. McPherson tucking it through for Paul Wright, and Perini just got a little nick on it to force it away for the corner.
Yeah, it's good defending there by Sergio Perini, because it's a lovely little ball played into the inside right channel here for Paul Wright. Just knocked in there by Gus McPherson, quick turn by Wright, and Perini was alert enough.
Oh, from the corner, it was Hesse who nearly put Kilmarnock in front.
I think Stefan Klos has taken a sore one there. Andy Smith thinks he's getting onto this until Hesse arrives, and that's a wonderful save by Stefan Klos. The driven corner, a decent contact, and once again that's a world-class save from Stefan Klos. And once again the ball almost behind them there as it comes off Hesse, and that is a top draw stop there from the German goalkeeper.
Well, he's quickly endeared himself to the Rangers fans with saves like that. Frustrated Celtic many a time this season. And of course, the gap just £700,000 from Borussia Dortmund. It's another corner. Super save from Klos at one end. Can Rangers burst up the other end? Andrei Kanchelskis has been linked with a possible move to Manchester City, whose promotion to the Premiership was confirmed today. Mario Reyna. Malcolm. Reyna. Billy Dodds. Malcolm. Alberts is not far away. Dugai. Releasing Tony Vidmar. Drilled across by Vidmar, and it was pretty awkward for the central defenders, Innes and Hesse. Tosh McKinley, former Celtic man, up against an old foe today. That's going to be offside against Andy Smith.
Well, shades of Andy Gorham about Stefan Klos these days. And that ball's almost behind him there, and he reacts quickly enough. A wonderful save. I think some of us questioned Klos when he arrived here at first, but starting to show that the European Cup winners' medal that he earned at Dortmund was no fluke.
Here's Tugay, the Turkish international. Perini. Kanchelskis. Rangers hoping to move on to 87 points, which is the Scottish Premier record held by them. In the 95-96 season they got that many. Looks like they'll beat it. McCann. Vidmar. Alberts looking for a return to Vidmar, but McPherson was keeping a close check on things, allowing Varai to try and poke it through to Holt, but Pentila, the Finnish international, was covering. signed from FC Hacker, after Rangers put 7 past him and them in a Champions League qualifier at the start of the season. Sergio Perini, Malcolm, Dodds, Rayner, Alberts, Rangers getting into their stride, although Alberts having to settle for the throw-in the end. Rangers unbeaten on the road in the Scottish Premier League this season. 11 wins, 5 draws. Their last away defeat over a year ago at St Johnstone. Perini, very much a patched-up Rangers side this, but still plenty of top talent around. Now Durant has slipped it through to Jerome Varai. And he's picked out Paul Wright. And was he held? Hugh Dallas had a very good view of it and said otherwise.
Yeah, once again he takes up a good position here, Paul Wright. Varai picks him out, he's screening it well here from Perini. Certainly backing in, and they're both at it. The hands are up from both players there. And Hugh Dallas gives the defender, as usual, the benefit of the doubt here. And you can see Paul Wright leading with his right arm there. And he's taken up some good positions already in this match, Paul Wright. And he's shown over the last few weeks since he came back into the side that he still knows how to find the target.
Hasn't taken Dick Advocat long to oh dear, make the journey from upstairs to downstairs. You'd never guessed he'd won the title already. I dare say somebody will have been turning a deaf ear to whatever he was shouting then. Right. Slipped through by Burke, but nothing doing for Kilmarnock.
Yeah, he was looking for a runner there, and to be fair, there's not a great deal of pace in Kilmarnock's front pairing tonight. Andy Smith certainly gives him a good target. Paul Wright is far happier coming up and taking it into feet.
Rangers still have plenty of things in their sights this season. A record points total and a century of league goals, possibly. They're currently on 93. 9 times previously they've scored a century of league goals. Albert's up towards Dodds. Kanchelskis is going to retrieve it. Just. And rather disappointing in the end from Kanchelskis, but it's kept in by McCann. Tony Vidmar returning it to Neil McCann, and Kanchelskis on the end of it.
Tell you what, that's a decent ball whipped in by Neil McCann into a deep area. Look at the movement he gets on the ball, swinging away there from Gordon Marshall, and he set up a half chance there.
Rangers are unbeaten in their last 11 visits to RugbyPark. Such is the size of the task facing Kilmarnock today. But as we said earlier, they are practically the only team who haven't taken a battering at some stage this season from Rangers. Varai's cross met by Perini. Kilmarnock have won 3 of their last 5 games. Took them a while to get their act together this season, mind you. Here's Holtz, cut out by Rayner. Albets, will it open up here for the champions? Dodds has got Kanchelskis alongside. And Dodds' header, cannons off Innes, and will go for a corner.
Yeah, Billy Dodds at his very best there. A terrific first-time layoff to release Kanchelskis in the first place. And when the cross came in, who else but Dodds himself on the end of it?
So can Rangers break the deadlock here? The corner kick will be taken by their captain for the night, George Albets. Some battle going on here between McCann and McKinley, and McCann somehow got it right in there, and Tony Vidmar. That was a strange sort of pass to Albets, who sizes it up, and it's deflected wide for a corner.
That's another terrific delivery from the left here from Neil McCann. He appeared to have nowhere to go. Shut down in the corner, all of a sudden he whips it in, and Chris Innes does well here at the front post to defend that.
Rangers putting the pressure on. Kanchelskis the corner, but it doesn't clear the first hurdle. He can try again though. Rayner. Away by Innes. Albets. Vidmar. Here's Robert Malcolm. Albets again. Rayner. Rangers toying with Kilmarnock a little bit here. Sergio Perini just about got it under control. It should carry through to Gordon Marshall, who began his career at Rangers but never made the first team there. He did, of course, at Celtic. Many reckon that Kilmarnock are a better side than their position suggests this season, but their home record is not very good at all. Just 4 wins in 16 here. McCann has an injury, and the referee is going to have to stop it, I think, eventually, although it's gone out now.
Yeah, I think he may be winded. He fell very heavily there. He's up here with Gus McPherson. And in fact, it's Chris Innes who comes right through him from behind there, taking a sore one in the kidneys there.
Neil McCann will get over that and be ready to resume his teasing of Kilmarnock.
He's such a big player for Rangers now, Neil McCann. He can play through the middle and wide, and there's really 2 players in one.
Barai can't find a way past Vidmar. McPherson and Smith's header. It's not a lost cause yet, but it is now as Paul Wright snapped it across, deflected by Cross.
Yeah, he gets a bit too much in the header here, Andy Smith. He's just trying to cushion it. It's a bit too much, but Paul Wright still does well. Rangers claiming for offside. Wright does well to pull it back, but once again, Cross was alert.
Dicko Rangers again, although not for long. 0-0 at the moment, but it would be a little surprising if it stayed that way. There have only been 2 goalless draws in the last 110 league encounters between Rangers and Kilmarnock. Of course, that wonderful save out of Stefan Kloss. McPherson up towards Andy Smith. Pentila is with him. McPherson up towards Smith. Gary Holt. Virai. Holt delivers. Burke is on the far post. So was Malcolm. Hesse looking to release McKinley. Square start for Alex Burke. Only his 5th start of the season, in fact. Albets, and rather wasted that, really.
Yeah, because Billy Dodds was onside in a very good position there. Played onside by Hesse.
Albets has released Neil McCann, and this could spell trouble for Kilmarnock. Another cracking cross from McCann, but well taken by Marshall.
That's the quality of the delivery again, though, Ian. It's a wonderful ball in. And he doesn't have to beat Chris Innes here. He just looks up and he can get enough movement in the ball. He doesn't have to take him on. It's into the perfect area there. Gordon Marshall does well.
Amazing, really, that McCann hasn't been a regular starter in this Rangers team this season, which tells you all about their squad.
I just think he's such an improved player all round, Ian. And much of it, of course, down to this man, Dick Advocat. But the quality of his final ball, which is so important for wide players, really is vastly improved now.
Here's Paddy Reina, who is another who has impressed, very versatile as well. Been filling in at right back recently. Reina, skipper of the USA. Pentila. Alberts. Breedy. Reina. Kept in by Malcolm. Just out of Kanchelskis' reach. Hurt as he won the ball back for Rangers. Bidmar. Alberts. McCann. Reina. They are comfortably spraying some passes around. Kanchelskis. Shaking off 2 Kilmarnock players and finding Billy Dodds. Doesn't quite go back to Kanchelskis though. Kilmarnock have only scored a miserly 13 goals at home in the Scottish Premier League this season. And Bobby Williamson will be first to admit that that's just not good enough. Surprising really that they've only managed 4 home wins, but in fact they went from early August to the end of March without winning a league game here. Sometimes Klaas involved in the game's most telling moment. One save from Hesse. Chris Innes taking a little knock here.
Yeah, he's just going over the top there of Billy Dodds, who doesn't jump here. Innes attacking the ball. I hope he's all right. It's always a sore one when you fall like that. He appears to be okay.
Hasn't figured much this season, but has had a little run out lately in the absence of Freddie Dandaloo and also Jim Loughran, who was suspended. Available this evening, but not picked by Bobby Williamson, probably because he's in a contract in the summer and seemingly on his way. Chris Innes ready to resume. Sadly, the applause around the ground is not for him, it's for the Rangers subs. And Mr. McCoist as well. The Kilmarnock sub, of course, in this day and age. He's on the bench today and would relish the chance to turn out against his former club. So a slight delay in proceedings. An awkward fall for Chris Innes. Super Ali, all smiles. I could just about call what they were singing there. Alberts. Vidmar. And a hint of handball as it hit Gary Holt then.
Yeah, outside the right foot here from Vidmar, and it did appear to strike Gary Holt on the left arm, but certainly more ball to Aram than the other way about.
People say he didn't know much about it, and he might have a point. Innes has come back on to help Kilmarnock defend this corner kick from Kanchelskis. Marshall coming a long way. And he's released Burke. Could be a break on. Oh, he's gone past two guy. There is a break on. Alex Burke. And Perini mops up very efficiently.
Yeah, the final ball just wasn't good enough, but it was a good break by Alex Burke.
Well, it's broken for Kilmarnock again. And Durant whipped it in towards Smith, but Pantila appeared to get something on it. Innes stepping in front of McCann, but it's going to end up back with Stefan Klos. It's getting a little lively. Rangers beaten just once in the league this season. A freak result that, although, having said that, all credit to Dundee for beating him at Ibrox. Dodds took it under control well, but couldn't find a finish.
Hesse took a long time to react here to the long ball from Albert's long diagonal. Dodds was on his way early, good first touch. And he gets the shot away unchallenged as well.
Kilmarnock have been in the bottom two for most of the season. Rangers have been in the top one for most of the season. Vidmar winning that particular wrestling contest with Varai. Alberts. The Kilmarnock fans felt his foot was high. Durant.
That's delightful.
They kicked it out so that Varai can maybe get some treatment, but Ian Durant was showing us what he's all about then.
Yeah, just rolls his studs across the top of the ball here. Terrific skill from Ian Durant.
Andy Smith. McPherson. Gary Holt. And Pantila with a marshalling job to do, and he's forced into giving Kilmarnock a corner.
Well, the one thing you know about this lad, Ian, is that he won't give up. He chases everything, every lost cause. And once again here, his persistence pays off, gets Kilmarnock a corner. And you'll always get a shift out of Gary Holt.
Burke's corner, and Hesse on the end of it again, but this time it drops behind and Stefan Klos doesn't need to get involved. Half an hour played almost, no goals. On the Monday night, it's Leeds against Everton on Sky Sports 1 and Sky Sports Extra from 7. Leeds hoping to close in on a Champions League place up against Walter Smith, the former Rangers boss, of course. And next from Scotland, it's Aberdeen against Kilmarnock next Sunday, Sky Sports 3 from 6. Innes with an up and under, which Perini has under control. Former AC Milan and Juventus man Perini, so plenty of experience at the very highest level. Tony Vidmar. McCann dispossessed by McPherson, and here's Andy Smith leaving it for Durant, which is usually a good idea. Glanced on by Varai. Two-guy shaking off Holt. And now Claudio Reyna has it. Kilmarnock at the moment, doing what they've already done 3 times before this season, keeping it tight against Rangers. But maybe I spoke too soon. Kanchelskis. Malcolm's delivery! Oh, and it was Dodds who nearly prodded that in.
Yeah, Billy Dodds couldn't have asked for a better ball in here from Bob Malcolm. Rangers have men over here on the right-hand side. The ball whipped into the front post. Can't ask for a better final ball than that. And Billy Dodds at full stretch, just half a yard short here of getting on the end of this. Great ball in. Now they had men queuing up here on the right-hand side, Rangers.
Kilmarnock haven't actually conceded a first half goal here since January when Viduka scored for Celtic. They may be at the wrong end of the table, but just like last season, they haven't given too many goals away. Big problem has been that they haven't scored many either. In fact, only twice this season have they conceded more than 2 goals in a game. Both against Celtic, if I remember correctly. Tila has magnificently picked out Kanchelskis here. He might get a second chance. Albert. Dodds was desperately trying to stay on side.
I think he was off in and knew it. He was coming back towards his own goal.
Hugh Dallas's whistle provokes fury amongst the home fans.
It certainly showed the sole of his boot, but it's not particularly high here from Jerome Varai here.
Alberts. McCann. Perini. Reyna. And Kanchelskis helping it on to Malcolm. Reyna. Kanchelskis and Reyna combining, but Innes got his head in the way as Rangers try to advance towards goal. Not the best of balls from Durant then, of all people, as he tried to return it to Hesse. Gary Hilt though snuffing out the threat from Rangers. And Durant. And the bounce just eluded Holt. Alberts. He's got McCann away to his left, but he's smuggled it through to Kanchelskis. Now it's going to come to McCann. Taking on McPherson, another delightful cross, or is it just kept in by Dodds? Reyna. Vidmar arrives on the scene and goes for goal.
It's a poor effort, but Rangers is starting to stretch Kilmarnock across the back line now. As usual, they're playing away patiently, getting good width on either side.
Kilmarnock were the first team to take a point off Rangers this season when they held them 1-1 here in October. Rangers having won their first 8 games of the campaign, and that was, of course, a sign of things to come. Bobby Williamson, though, after being at the top of the table for much of last season, spent most of this season at the other end. This could be interesting. Vidmar. McCann. McPherson. Varai now finding Durant. And McCann just managed to release himself from Durant's attentions. Albert. Losing out to Gary Holt. No credit to him yet again. Albert. McCann. Arena. Kanchelskis. This is two-guy. Full pass though. Burke. Smith in supports, and back it goes to Burke, but it doesn't quite go back to Smith.
Yeah, time to take that himself, Alec Burke there. That's what Bobby Williamson will be wanting tonight. They'll want to get Burke on the ball, try and get him isolated, running one-on-one with young Bob Malcolm, who's playing on the right-hand side there of Rangers' back four. But they haven't really managed to get Alec Burke on the ball often enough so far.
Paul Wright. Josh McKinley. Vidmar's header. Oh! It just wouldn't come down for Varai, and Pantila was able to step in.
Yeah, it's a slight misjudgment here by Tony Vidmar, and as you're saying, it just wouldn't drop quickly enough for Jerome Varai. And Tero Pantila was quick enough to get across to defend it. Tony Vidmar just ends up under that cross, and as Varai waits, Pantila reacts quickly.
Vidmar seems okay. Pantila, who played for his country, Finland, in their last friendly match in Poland recently, and he helped them keep a clean sheet in a 0-0 draw. Malcolm. Dodds, surely offside, and maybe a handball as well to boot.
Yeah, they held the line well there, Kilmarnock. Different personnel tonight, but it's the same system at the back. And they do play the offside game very, very well.
Andy Smith putting himself about. Can Kilmarnock come up with something here? Hesse. Ooh, Albert steps in, and they're away now. Kanchelskis bearing down on the box. Forced wide though by who else but Gary Holt. He's hanging on grimly, and here goes Albert. You really don't want to get in the way of one of those, but if you have to, you have to. Two-guy looking for McCann. Aiming to cause chaos again, but he won't do so like that as Orion muscles in. And McCann unable to catch him. He's still going, he's got no support yet. He has now though. Durant has arrived. Josh McKinley, the Kilmarnock fans enjoying what they're seeing at the moment. Encouraged by Varai's run then. This is Burke. Oh, nicely done to McKinley. Paul Wright. McKinley again, he can send a decent ball in too. Varai inadvertently set it up for Durant, who perhaps should have been a little more selfish.
Yeah, he should have put a shot there, and he probably realises that now. Try to pick out Andy Smith.
Rangers gave it straight away back to Kilmarnock, who returned the compliment. Rayner. Albert has put Billy Dodds away here. Kilmarnock a little stretched. And it's going to come to Kanchelskis. No, it's not. I just made sure of that.
Good ball.
What can Barai do with it? It was Paul Wright who sought him out, but Barai looked like he was going for a quiet stroll then, for a while. He's got his cross in, but it's smothered by Kos.
Yeah, no real urgency there from Jerome Barai when he picked the ball up. In a good position there. He's one-on-one with Tony Vidmar here. He's in no hurry as Gus McPherson bombing forward in support there. And it's a poor final ball.
McCann. Pentila. Alberts. And Claudio Reyna has made the run through. And Claudio Reyna puts Rangers in front with his first goal since August.
That's a tremendous run there. He just loses Gary Holt. One of the few occasions where Gary Holt's allowed the Rangers player to run off him. And you see Rayner just runs in behind Gary Holt there. Kilmarnock's backline not alert either. A wonderful touch here by Rayner to steady himself. And he has the composure to finish it off. And he just loses Gary Holt in the midfield, Claudio Rayner. The first time he's really managed to get forward. The first touch is excellent. And the finish is there to match.
Wonderful work from Rayner, who has been outstanding, as so many of these Rangers players have, mind you, I guess. But he settled superbly into the Scottish game. Alberts. There'll be 1 minute of time to be added on in this first half, so Kilmarnock do concede a first half goal for the first time since January here at RugbyPark. Rayner on the ball now, scored 5 times in his first 6 games of the season, but nothing doing until now. Alberts. Snuffed out by Barai, but at the expense of a throw. Tony Vidmar. And when Rangers get one, they do try and go quickly for another. There's not much time left to do so in this first half. McCann. Rayner the goal scorer. 2-guy, and Rayner again.
Rangers at full flow now, Ian. Delightful layoff there by Kanchelskis. He's just trying to chip that into the top corner there, Claudio Rayner. He's starting to become more and more dangerous with the forward running.
Gary Holt. McPherson's throw. Goal from Rayner, Rangers 94th in the Scottish Premier League this season. The rise cross, away by Pentila. It's half-time at RugbyPark. It's Andrei Kanchelskis who has made way for the arrival of Jonathan Johansson, recently returned to action after 5 months out with damaged ankle ligaments. Before he went away, he weighed in with 8 goals for Rangers. And Kilmarnock have made a change too. Alan Mahood, who's about to start the second half for them, has come on in place of Chris Innes. Rangers hoping to extend their unbeaten run to 25 games.
Yeah, that's going to mean a shift for Gary Holt into the Kilmarnock's back line now, Ian. I have to say I haven't seen him play there before. He's going to play there in the second half.
Well, Innes did take a knock in the first half. I don't want to worry Kilmarnock, but Rangers have not lost a domestic match under Dick Advocat, in which they scored first. So good night. Although I suppose there's a first time for everything. Paul Wright. Durant. Wright. Delivers towards Andy Smith, away by Perini, but only to Mahood. And Burke! Oh, it whistles wide of its intended target from Alex Burke.
We have to try and get the shot away early. He's been closed down by Bob Malcolm. Tony Vidmar does well to defend the ball in the first place. Mahood sets up the chance for Burke, and well, he snatches at it. It's a half chance, he's under pressure, and he really slices that well wide of the target.
Johansson rose, here's Dodds. Two-guy. Alberts. About time he did one of those. George Alberts this season has 18 goals to his name. An excellent tally, really. Been a bit of speculation about his future, but he's a cult hero with the Rangers fans, and he's played more games than anyone in this league campaign, or figured in more games than anyone in this league campaign. Now a free kick. Hesse is the man penalised.
Yeah, it's a costly area in which to give away free kicks in, especially with the likes of George Alberts around. Rayner's more than capable as well from this kind of range. Gordon also looking for 4 or 5 perhaps in the wall.
So can Rangers come up with something special here? Albert's more than capable of producing something special, that's for sure. Oh, the wall's broken far too early then. It was Burke who broke out. Slightly over keen. Alberts, and Burke broke again and blocked it.
Yeah, he did well to charge it down here. I just wonder why Rangers don't try and get the shot away a bit earlier here. Obviously off the training ground, but it gave Kilmarnock a chance to charge it down.
Rangers have won 26 of their 33 league games so far this season, an awesome record really. 6 draws, just that 1 defeat to Dundee. They see out the league season with a home game against Hart and a trip to Motherwell. Albert's offside against Billy Dodds.
Yeah, he just wanted a bit earlier there, Billy Dodds. Again, it's Albert's finding a lot of freedom in the midfield area. And they really had to get it earlier than that.
But Markham fouled by Andy Smith, the two number 33s together. Never any number 33s in your day, were there? Alberts. McCann pestering McPherson. Alberts. Helped it on to Two-Guy. Kinley's clearance to Andy Smith. Burke having a run. Quite a run, in fact, but Robert Markham's going to shield him off here, and that's going to be a goal kick.
He did well, Bob Malcolm, there, because Alec Burke was too quick for Two-Guy there. Malcolm always in control of the situation, certainly leading with the right arm there, but Hugh Dallas gives him the benefit of the doubt.
Johansson rising with Holt. Header won by Holt. Here's Jerome Varai. And Tila takes it off his toes. Right. McPherson's cross. Malcolm's header is not very far away yet. It still isn't. Rayner feasting that away, and free kick's been given, I think, to Kilmarnock, or is it a corner?
I think it's a corner. Claudio Rayner feels the ball was still in play, but it's typical of Rayner that he's back in that area, giving Bob Malcolm a bit of defensive cover.
Corner was cleared by Alberts. McPherson. Well, let's get some news on that Kilmarnock substitution from our man down by the dugouts, David Tanner.
Thanks, Ian. Well, as you know, Chris Innes took a head knock in the first half and he suffered a slight concussion and is being sent to hospital for x-rays. Now, there are safety rules surrounding that type of head knock, which could mean that Innes' season has to come to a premature end. I can tell you that for Rangers, Andrei Kanchelskis, as you know, was replaced by Jonathan Johansson. Kanchelskis is unhurt. He's just been taken off to give him a rest. Ian.
Cheers, David. Well, Dick Abercat can afford that luxury at the moment, of course, with the championship already in the bag. Rayner seeking out McCann. McPherson steered it away from him. Durant. Calmly back by Vidmar to Stefan Klos. Rangers won both Ibrox meetings this season, but they were tight, 2-1 on the opening day and 1-0 in December, and they were held here 1-1. Here goes McCann, though. Away by Holt. Malcolm. Johansson grappling with Sean Hesse. Been a really frustrating season for Jonathan Johansson. Here he is. Now Rayner. McCann. Taken off his toes. Burke. Paul Wright. McPherson. Andy Smith has Sergio Perini for company. McPherson again, and a late lunge on him will give Kilmarnock the free kick.
Yeah, caught by Neil McCann there, who was back helping out. Just tries to play it in early, the layoff from Andy Smith. And it's clearly caught there by Neil McCann. It's a good call from Hugh Dallas.
Kilmarnock need to do something they haven't done often enough here at RugbyPark this season, score the league goal. Ian Durant whips it in, and Varai on the end of it, goal kick.
That's a good ball in from Ian Durant. Plenty of pace and movement on it. And Tero Quintila does well here to stand his ground under pressure.
Andy Smith, hustling and bustling, and another free kick. In fact, the referee, Hugh Dallas, has played the advantage. Jerome Varai leaves it for Durant. Holt. Tosh McKinley. Burke. Gets the throw. Durant has cut this out, and a little 1-2 with Smith, and it's blocked away for a corner, but it nearly opened up then for Ian Durant against his old club.
Yeah, Quintila does well again though, and he reads this well and manages to get across to make the block. Good little exchange here in a good area. Ian Durant ready to pull the trigger, and Quintila manages to close him down.
Kilmarnock nudging ahead on corners, but behind on goals. Burke sends that in. Knocked away by Albert. Only as far as Mahood, though, who allows Durant to take over. Albert has cut it out, and he won't hang around. And he's snaked it through towards Neil McCann. Gary Holt chasing, and what a magnificent race it was.
Oh, he did well, Gary Holt. As Neil McCann is flying these days, and Holt, if not matching him, does enough here. He wants it badly enough, and that's good defending.
Good defending from the midfielder. He's had to slot back into defence with Innes injured. Alberts with the corner, but it comes to nothing at all for Rangers, who lead by just that single goal. Mahood. Varai. Kilmarnock's throw. Mahood trying to charge his way through. Albert's held that on. Hesse made it his though. And Smith gives it back to Sean Hesse. Smith was nearly in. It's not over yet for Kilmarnock, because Burke sends another cross in, nobody there to attack it. Well, perhaps they should have been more troubled then, Rangers, but now they plan to trouble Kilmarnock as Billy Dodds finds Claudio Reyna. Alberts Two-guy. And Johansson onside. Good stop from Gordon Marshall.
Yeah, Gary Holt not happy. He thinks Johansson was half a yard off here as the ball's played through. And as it's knocked in fact, Tosh McKinley is playing him on the near side here. And Gordon Marshall did well. Got the shot away quickly, Jonathan Johansson. That was thanks to Tosh McKinley not getting out quickly enough.
Mahood, right. Beavering away as ever. Oh, he got in the way of Mahood's attempted cross. Rayner, and it's 4 against 3 at the moment, offside though.
Yeah, again it had to be a fraction earlier there. McCann and Johansson would both have been in there had the ball been delivered just a bit quicker.
An hour played. Rangers hoping to restore their 22-point advantage at the top of the table after it was cut down to 19 by Celtic's 5-1 win over Aberdeen yesterday. They're sure to win the championship by a record points margin though. McCann, Johansson, lovely 1-2, Neil McCann unable to lift it over Marshall.
Yeah, had he pulled it back, Johansson had a tap in. There was a great exchange there by Neil McCann on the edge of the box to open Kilmarnock up in the first place. And they're starting to look very lively now, Rangers.
McKinley up towards Smith, and ball, or was it offside? The latter, methinks.
I think it's an offside. The problem Kilmarnock have at the moment is that they're missing Gary Holt, who's now playing at the back. The front two like to come off and get it into feet, and they really need someone to go beyond them. And in that situation, Gary Holt's your man.
Alberts slips it through to Johansson, and Marshall couldn't hold on to it. It's a corner.
Well, Jonathan Johansson should be playing this across the front of goal here to Billy Dodds. He's going to do well to beat Gordon Marshall from this angle. Dodds had taken up perfect position at the back post, and he decided to go for glory himself, and it's a poor effort. Enough to win him a corner right enough.
In comes that corner from Alberts, but McKinley is able to bring it away. Oh, here's Burke having a run at Rayner and still going, but no way through that Rangers defence at the moment. Tony Bidmar. Johansson. McCann. Johansson. Crowded out somewhat, although he's not giving it up just yet. And the effort from Two-Guy. Marshall saw it coming. Alan Mahood, second half replacement for the injured Chris Innes. Here's Two-Guy. Perini. Rayner. Billy Dodds. Affected by Gordon Marshall, who once scored against Rangers. Penalty in a League Cup shootout for East Fife. Smith helped this on to Paul Wright. It was blocked by Pentila.
Yeah, once again it's Pentila, Ian, and he really has defended well tonight. Once again he's at full stretch, but he does enough.
Claudio Reyna. Away by Holt. He's produced another commanding performance in midfield and in defence. As Claudio Reyna in the Rangers midfield. Here's Burke. Paul Wright. Durant helped it on, but Tugai finds Alberts. Now Johansson. Alberts trying to force it through to Billy Dodds, but it didn't quite happen that way. Tugai. He's on a burst, but he couldn't quite take the ball with him, which is always a good idea. Josh McKinley up towards Andy Smith. Jerome Varai, in fact, might latch onto it here. Smith and Wright in the middle now. Varai. He managed to cross it to the only part of the box where there wasn't a Kilmarnock player waiting.
It's a decent ball in, but both Andy Smith and Paul Wright have gone to the front post there.
Billy Dodds giving life on the edge, but he was onside that time, not that it mattered much in the end. Kilmarnock have only taken 17 points at home this season. Only Dundee have picked up fewer on their own patch. Smith has put Varai away, although he's got a bit of ground to make up. He has made it up though. And Varai's cross, and Smith arriving. Absolutely nobody following up just outside of the area. And it's pretty open. Alberts on the rampage. Johansson. Dodds is in waiting on the edge of the area, and it's blocked by Holt, away for a corner.
Yeah, Rangers looking very dangerous on the break now. A lot of space to hit. Kilmarnock defending well up the pitch. Billy Dodds' first touch, he just sits up from here. And it's Gary Holt who's alert enough to press the ball.
Alberts' corner. And Marshall unable to get a grip. He was under pressure from Dodds at the time. Varai holding it up, and he had to because there was a need to wait for support. Kilmarnock have scored 149 league goals against Rangers. They would dearly love to reach the 150 milestone soon. McPherson. Reyna to Alberts. Are they going to go on the break again here? Reyna has made another good run, but Alberts has got a bit of a problem hanging on to the ball. Now Johansson's challenge on McPherson.
Yeah, Hugh Dallas allowing Gus McPherson treatment immediately. I don't think Jonathan Johansson can get out his way here, really. It's just the way he falls there that has caused the problem.
Just one goal separating the sides.
Yeah, it was a terrific goal from Claudio Reyna. And Gary Holt knows at this moment here that Reyna has run off him. You see Reyna just ghosting in behind Gary Holt. Holt has to let one of his backline pick him up. They don't. The first touch is tremendous. And it's great composure for the finish as well. And what a good evening he's had tonight, Claudio Reyna.
This is free kick. And didn't drop kindly for Mahood. And Billy Dodds picks it up. Neil McCann. Rayner, wonderful delivery, just nicked away from Johansson by McPherson.
There's a decent ball in. Gus McPherson, not the biggest, but defended the back post well there. Good ball by Rayner, who's all over the place at the moment. Swings away from Gordon Marshall, and Gus McPherson, full stretch, does just enough.
Neil McCann. Johansson's cross. Smith helped it on, but no one there, except Pentila, that is. He promptly gives it straight to Mahood. Varai. Checking on Vidmar. Ooh, he's got his cross in, but it trickles through to Clough.
I think Perini, to be fair, was always in charge of the situation at the front post there. Chances really have been few and far between for Paul Wright and Andy Smith tonight.
Alberts. Here is McCann. Dodds. Alberts. Bob Malcolm. Durant trying to charge away. Varai. Ooh, it was stopped by Vidmar. Johansson left McCann with much to do, although the free kick's been given against Varai.
Yeah, it's a two-footed challenge. I think that's the problem there. That's why Hugh Dallas has penalised them. It's not McCann who's on the receiving end, and it's a good decision by Hugh Dallas. Not much doubt about that.
Here's Malcolm on his full debut in this really makeshift back line, which also includes Pentila and Perini, who wouldn't have returned this early from injury had other players been fit or not suspended. Might have been a handball there by Johansson, but not spotted if it was. Dodds gives it back to Jonathan Johansson, who didn't really connect.
That's a good chance there. Good reverse ball by Billy Dodds in behind Hesse here for the running Johansson. That's a decent chance. And just hits it into the ground there.
Pentila calm under pressure from Smith, but cross hacked it into touch. Kilmarnock are going to make a change, and James Fowler is going to come on, 19-year-old, replacing Jerome Varai. It's his third league appearance of the season, called as a substitute. Varai's effort supported by the Killy faithful. But on comes the teenager, eager to impress.
Yeah, he's never been scared to give youth its chance, Bobby Williamson. And he could do with one or two breaking through to his squad right now.
Oh, Hugh Dallas took out Durant then. I bet he's hoping Rangers don't score here. Johansson looking to get away though. Gary Holt is with him, and McPherson can clear and Hugh can breathe.
Dallas can relax, yeah.
view. Definitely an obstruction on the injury. Here's McCann. Rayner. Johansson! Oh, and Marshall just kept that out.
Yeah, Johansson did well to get the shot away at all, Ian, because Holt was stuck to him like glue here, but he still managed to get the shot in.
Rayner. Rayner. Alberts. Dodds takes up the cause. There's a flag up against Jonathan Johansson. And Sebastian Rosenthal is about to join the action. And Neil McCann is going to go off. I think Kilmarnock might be glad to see the back of him.
Yeah, I think it's Dick Advocat just giving Neil McCann a rest more than anything else. Once again, he's had a productive night. And they want to keep everyone on their toes with the cup final just around the corner, Ian.
Pantila met that. Still just the one goal in it, and Kilmarnock will be encouraged by that fact. They did hold Rangers here earlier in the season. Bobby Williamson will be hoping they've got something up their sleeve here. Paul Wright, Andy Smith. Pantila blocked him again. Just won't sit down for them. Burke's not going to be able to keep it in play. Well, the former Rangers manager, Walter Smith, takes his Everton side to Leeds tomorrow. It looks like David O'Leary's youngsters might get some decent reward for their excellent efforts this season. It's from 7 o'clock on Sky Sports 1 and Sky Sports Extra. And next from Scotland, we're with Kilmarnock again. And let's hope we'll be in for a decent night's entertainment in Aberdeen next Sunday. Mahood. And Fowler. Making quite an impact here. He's still going. Referee was going to play an advantage, but will now pull it back.
Yeah, I think Hugh Dallas was going to let him go there, but realised that he wasn't going to get himself to the byline, and quite rightly pulled the play back. Good footwork here from the youngster, just 19, and eventually body checked there.
Rosenthal. And Alberts could be in here. Marshall's committed himself. And George Alberts has clinched yet another victory for the champions. Another Sunday stroll for Rangers.
Well, the timing of the ball forward to Alberts is perfect here. It's Gary Holt on the near side who's playing Alberts onside. He didn't have to take a touch. Gordon Marshall fully committed. And he judged the lob to perfection. A delightful ball by Rosenthal. Gary Holt had played him onside. Well, Gordon Marshall at no man's land eventually. It's a good finish though by George Albert. Still a bit of work to do here. I think Gordon Marshall in fact gets a touch on it, but not enough. And the Rangers had started to look more and more dangerous on the break as the second half has worn on.
Albert with his 19th of the season. A fantastic return. A fantastic player, and 8 of those have come in the last 11 games. George Albert skippering the side tonight as well. And adding to his hero status amongst the Rangers fans. So Rangers double their lead, and they might be in the mood for more. How many times have we said that this season? Reina. Dodds, who has yet to score against Kilmarnock this season, but he has scored against everyone else in the Scottish Premier League, so he's a man on a mission in what remains of this game. Ali McCoist is going to come on for Kilmarnock shortly to play against Rangers. I'm sure that's still a bit of a strange feeling for him. He's only played 15 minutes of football since breaking his leg against Rangers here, ironically, in October. Returned against Hibs, but broke down with a calf injury. Holt sending off Rosenthal. Oh, he then gave it away to Dodds, but he then got it back. Well, there'll be a fantastic reception when McCoist arrives on the scene shortly, you would think, from both sets of supporters. Here's Rosenthal. And Claudio Reina, is he going to score his second of the game? Gordon Marshall decides that he's not going to.
Yeah, they're in total control now, Rangers. Reina with plenty of room here on the right-hand side, time to measure the shot, there's plenty of power on it. And Gordon Marshall did well to spread himself and beat it away.
Here he comes. Super Ali McCoist replaces Andy Smith. And McCoist, a Rangers legend. He hasn't scored against them since joining Kilmarnock in 4 games. 250 league goals across 15 years with Rangers. Fowler crowded out in the end, but Killy are going to get a corner.
I'd say the lad Fowler looks the part, very, very confident, looks very assured, good footwork. And prepared to drive out defenders.
Kilmarnock not giving up yet. Burke's corner. It was met by Bidmar, but Burke can try again. It was met by Bidmar again. Exchange of passes between Burke and Bidmar. Stefan Klos coming for that. Not terribly convincing that time. Pantila gets it away. Solid performance from the Finn. Paul Wright's glancing header, but it's wide. He's put in another excellent effort, Paul Wright. Stefan Klos in no apparent hurry. He'll give it to Perini, will he? No, he's going to launch it up. Of course, Klos and Perini actually played against each other in the European Cup final that Borussia Dortmund won. Stefan Klos won. Perini was on the losing Juventus side that day. Here's Malcolm. Another 3 points in the bag for the champions, unless Kilmarnock can come up with something approaching the mother of all comebacks, and they're still partying. They've had quite a long party, the Rangers fans. And of course they're already sorting themselves out and gearing up for next season. As others shoot themselves in the foot, Rangers have already signed up Alan Johnston and the Dutch right back Fernando Rickson. They've been linked with Matt Janssen at Blackburn. They put a bid in for Torandre Flo. And linked today with the French striker Frederic Canute, who's on loan at West Ham at the moment from Lyon. Rangers apparently showing a bit of interest there too, which I'm sure won't impress Harry Redknapp. Although Rangers more likely to come up with the money for Canute. 95 league goals now for Rangers this season. They have 2 games left to try and complete the century, and then they could complete a century of major honours. 99 trophies so far. Could number 100 come at the end of the month when they meet Aberdeen in the Scottish Cup final. Rosenthal and Albert combining, and again, and Tosh McKinley slid in well.
Yeah, they're moving the ball well, the Rangers, moving it very freely. Rosenthal takes up a good position there in the inside right channel, threaded through by Alberts. Good football, good exchange there. Tosh McKinley at full stretch.
A rousing reception for Alberts from the Rangers fans behind that goal as he goes across to take the corner. Albert sent it in, and Billy Dodds still can't score against Kilmarnock, even if he can against everyone else this season.
Well, he's chipped in with a few goals this season. George Albert starts his run from deep here. Rosenthal knows he's on his way. It's Gary Holt who's stuck in there. The ball played over the top. Delightful finish from Alberts, and what a productive season he's had. I really wonder if Dick Advocat could afford to let him go, given the goals contribution he's made this season.
It would be a shame to see him leave Scottish football. Alberts, Dodds, Rosenthal. Couldn't shake off McKinley. Kilmarnock forced to go back. Here's Ian Durant. Kilmarnock, remember, have only conceded more than 2 goals in a game twice this season. Rangers might be ready to add another to the list. Johansson in here. Combination of Holt and McPherson proving enough, and Billy Dodds is going to go off here, so he is going to finish the season scoring against everyone but Kilmarnock in the Scottish Premier League. And Jimmy Gibson is coming on in his place, one of the youngsters at Ibrox whose chances of first team football are limited. He's a 20-year-old midfielder. Rangers squad decimated by suspensions and injuries today. So Gibson getting a little run out as Jonathan Johansson sends one onto the roof of the net. Time to pick your man of the match, David.
Yeah, I think Claudio Reyna has been head and shoulders above everyone else tonight, Ian. I know he's a great athlete, but I think the subtlety he showed in scoring the goal would suggest there's so much more to his game. I think he's a worthy winner of the Bank of Scotland Man of the Match award tonight.
Alberts. Forced wide by Holt. It might come to Johansson though. And Rosenthal. And Sebastian Rosenthal. Oh! Came off the inside of the post. Gibson sends it back across. Corner.
Terrific skill there from Sebastian Rosenthal, applauded by Dick Advocat. And he just stops here for a second here, Rosenthal, to size the situation up. He's trying to curl it into the top left-hand corner. Little dink there. Gordon Marshall saved by the inside of his right-hand post. Terrific skill from Rosenthal.
Alberts with the corner. Two-guy. And no flag, a late flag. A very late flag against Rosenthal.
Yeah, I thought twice the assistant there. Eventually the flag did go up. Two Rangers players perhaps in the offside position.
Maybe a patched up Rangers defence today, but it looks like they're going to keep a clean sheet. Rayner, the man of the match. Two guys. Rosenthal standing offside. It's all over, and it's a familiar story for Dick Advocat and Rangers.